welcome to Netflix Subbuteo Part 2, because we're back talking about our eBay purchases. Calum is not really with us tonight, he's watching the football. Wastiss sadly can't make it because he's doing the right thing and being a father, as opposed to us who palm our families off to talk about Subbuteo. But you might notice another face in the corner. Tim's back. Ladies and gentlemen, BBC's Tim Weeks is back with us.
Hello. Evening.
Hopefully.
You all right?
Evening.
He had to be, didn't he, really? We couldn't do this sort of thing without him.
Yeah, so what did we call this last week? Did we call it like our bargain hunt special or something like that? Did we give it a name?
I don't know, mate.
We really should have.
We should have, shouldn't we?
If we didn't, we'll go back and edit that. We've got that ability.
I'm not going back and editing. It took me ages to edit that last time.
Go on, Harvey Barnes. Go on, Stan.
But if you haven't already seen part one, somewhere in one of the corners, either, I don't know what way, but there'll be a link to part one of this. Basically, a couple of weeks ago, we all spent, how much was it? £6.77?
£16.77. That was approximately.
Yeah, we had a budget of $16.67 to spend on eBay on Subbuteo to see what we could get. And we unboxed them last week, showed each other what we had. Those absolutely atrocious.
From 3/4 of the
mine
boot.
Mine were absolutely atrocious. Everyone else was quite good. And we said we'd get Tim back on to judge them and see how we good. So if you haven't watched part one, go watch part one, then come back and watch part two. And you can see what a real toy expert thinks of our purchases and how we got on. But before we go any further, Tim, how are you, mate? Anyway, welcome back.
Pretty good. Yeah, thanks for having me. Really good. Yeah, I mean, everything's busy again, isn't it? So it's nice. You know, I get to watch Arsenal again, so I'm really buzzing. I'm really buzzing about the football being back. You know, mate, really happy. But other than that, all good. Thank you.
But you have got a £1,000 T-shirt on at the moment.
Yeah, it's only 900. I just rounded it up to 1,000. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, what, auction fees and stuff.
I just dropped some
love it
as well, but whatever. I've got 3 of them.
I absolutely love that shirt.
3 of them.
It's so cool. It's so cool.
3 or 4.
3 of them, just £2,700 worth of Fiorentina.
Yeah.
Around on a
I don't keep them at home though. All right, no one.
They're not
kept at home. They're in
one in each house.
Yeah.
No match-worn shirts are kept on premises.
No, I'm at a friend's house right now.
Excellent. Cool.
Has
It is a cool
Subbuteo
shirt.
turned up on Bargain Hunt, Tim?
Sorry, say again.
Has any Subbuteo turned up on Bargain Hunt recently?
No, just the ones that I bought. I bought some Subbuteo. I mean, I don't think the other experts are that into it like I am. So
yeah.
if it's not me buying it, it's unlikely. Because the last time I bought some Subbuteo, I thought I got a real bargain. And I showed the expert I was up against. And they were like, why are you buying that one? What is it? I had no idea. They're like, come on, that's not old enough.
I really hope that was Anita.
Yeah,
I'd like to see you play Anita.
It wasn't Anita. No, she would have got it. She'd have been like having a game. No question. Anita would have been up for a go. But yeah, so I've been buying some. I can't say I've started. It hasn't been shown yet, and I'll get in trouble.
Okay.
I mean, it's well worth a watch. Obviously,
not on the episode. Not on the episode that I'm on, is it? That'd be amazing.
They might put it on that one. Apparently, it might be on the same one as you. Obviously, I think they should.
That'd be awesome.
I know. So it might be on your. Yeah.
Like the way I turn that back to a shameless plug towards me then. So,
yeah. You've been on.
That was clever, that wasn't it? Stephen, where can we get issue 1 of the hobby?
Go on, Harvey Barnes.
When's issue 2 out, mate?
Issue 2 very soon.
Excited about it because that's also got an article about bargain hunting in it as well.
It has, written by you.
Oh, God. Getting around here, aren't I? God,
Shameless promotion.
It's normally Calum and what's he doing all the shameless plugins? I thought I'd do some as well.
It has got
Hey.
probably the biggest feature I've ever written for anything ever about heavyweight players. It's got some stuff that I didn't know existed around heavyweights and things like that, so it's really good. Got interviews with some of the old painters. It's got insights from people who used to work with Subbuteo. It's really good.
Like the old housewives.
Excellent. Bit of movement, boys. Come on.
Just in case you have just joined us late and you're flicking through, Calum's being a bit rude and watching the football.
Yeah, but by the time this comes out, everyone will know what's happened. This is just
second game of the season. He's sitting on his hands.
Yeah, I can't help it, mate. It's getting a little bit dark in my room, isn't it? Jesus, put the old light on.
Right, so I think we should get to these. So Tim, did you watch last week's episode and see what we bought?
Well, I did. You know what? I watched it last week when it came out. And then I thought today, well, as I'm going to be judging what you bought, I thought I better watch it again today. So just while I was at work today, I had it on in the background. And it made me think, sometimes when you're peckish and you go to the fridge, it's the first place you look, and you look in the fridge and there's nothing there. All the cupboards are bare.
Where is this going?
But 10 minutes later, you still have another look in the fridge to see if there was something there. And then you realise,
I feel like he's talking about your stuff.
So, yeah, however many times I watched it, it didn't make me feel any better about what you bought. And I'm talking all four of you with that, all right? And I think you knew
Whoa. What? I bought two complete items.
Yeah, we'll come on to that. My friend.
Oh,
I think the person who said it just bang on. At the very end, Stephen said, I think it was, I don't want to kind of misquote you, Stephen, but I think you said, to be honest, I'm pretty disappointed in all of us. It was something along those lines.
I think he did say that, actually.
And I thought, all right, fair enough. Yeah. But no, I mean, it was a good effort. I mean, you all bought something. So I thought, we're on the right track there. I tried to...
I mean, it's not started very well, is it, boys? Jesus Christ.
I thought it was going to be bad. You used to go to the teacher at school when you knew your work wasn't very good. You just wait for their pen.
Drop and give you 20 now. So I tried to take myself, but I have got a winner. But I needed to come up with the right way of doing it, because you all know I'm like a Subbuteo perfectionist.
Yeah, it has to be perfect. See, I knew that's where I'd fall down. Yeah.
I just want it mint, boxed, ideally unused, no graffiti on it on any of the boxes. I want it perfect. And I thought, I've got to take myself out of this. So I thought, I've got to come up with a few categories. So it's not just about what I think's the best. What I will say, Stephen, is if you put those two Aston Villa teams in, you'd have won hands down. I'd have given it to you. Those two Villa teams, that would have won it.
Yeah, they were pristine as well.
Yeah, I could tell.
Why did you put them in?
They weren't as fun.
Oh, that's a good. I like that answer.
I'm not being funny, mate. But the urban edition's utter crap.
I got it stuck in my head that I needed the full box set, whatever that was, and that was really the only one. Yeah.
I think you all tried too hard. I think you all tried way too hard, guys. I don't know. Yeah. So look, I came up with some categories that I thought I would kind of judge it by. But I thought you kind of get a point if a collector would want it, a point if a user would want it. So like a player.
Okay.
I'm on 2 points already.
I went with with you, Calum. There's like a special category that if someone who wants to be to do a repaint or recondition would want them as well. Because I think you've been very clever in that you've bought two teams, but then you've given us the big show of what you can do with them, which we're obviously impressed by. But isn't that just the same?
No one likes a show.
Let's say Stu might buy a box Man United team, then go, but I'm going to go and get the whole squad to go and autograph.
Yeah, well, if you buy a nice antique table, mate, if you stick it in your shop, you're going to polish it up. Do you know what I mean? I feel like all I've done is I've used my knowledge and my experience.
They don't do that on bargain hunt, though.
No.
How do you know? It takes about 9 weeks to get an episode out. You don't know it. You've not been on it. You've not been on it, Stephen. Let's ask the resident bargain hunter, Stuart.
Calum, what you're talking about doing is the repair shop. That's a different show.
I'm just saying, mate. I bought a reference box team, and I knew that what was underneath it was probably the team that was meant to be in it, and I just bought it back. So I feel like on that basis that I did well, and it was a complete team in a ref box.
You're not the judge. Tim is.
And it actually had a box. And then my Germany also had a box.
I got two complete teams as well.
Yeah,
of crap. Photo reels are rubbish.
I mean, Calum, you're pleased with what you bought still. I mean, you've texted me a couple of times in the week about how well you've done already.
I have.
Stephen, how do you feel looking back? Are you pleased with what you bought?
Yeah, I would buy this again just for me, because it's a good box set. It's a good thing to have.
It's not. It's
a good laugh.
It's it's completely unique in the entire Subbuteo history, and something they tried to do. It wasn't very good, but if you use other players and you can actually have a little game on it, you can't do a lot with it. But it's a full box set. It's interesting. It's completely unique to the Subbuteo box set sort of range. It's good fun.
No, it's not.
So let's start breaking this down then. So I suppose Watsie's not here, so we should start with Watsy.
Okay. Watsy.
Watsy.
Well, okay. So Watsy, I thought, I mean, where in the rules did it say you had to spend all the money?
It didn't. You didn't have to spend all
Why
of
were
it.
you spending all the money? And I'm trying to relate this to Bargain Hunt now. I've got 300 quid. I don't have to spend it. I can spend 100 quid on my 3 items, leave the 200 quid, and have the £100 well spent. Because Watsy, what a start with his Jules remake. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Ruined it, hasn't he? By
that horrible Arsenal gets scratched.
With 9 players. He ruined it.
I'm gonna message him now and find out if he managed to get the additional players.
Yeah, but if with them additional players, he's overspent because they're like £3 each.
He did, didn't he? Yeah. How much did he spend? Do you remember?
£13 something on it. I can't remember.
But he kept within the money, didn't he?
He was the only one that stayed under budget, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So look, with Watsy, if it was a collector, I've given him a point because I think you'd want the trophy in your collection.
I was going to say they're definitely not going to want the Arsenal because it's crap.
Well, yeah, but I'm going to give him the point because we want the trophy. For a user or a player, well, you can't play with 8 or 9 players. And you can't play with the trophy. Nil point.
Could be 5
For fuck's sake.
No, I'm not doing no. This is me as a boy playing Subbuteo. That's what it's got to be. And there was no 5-a-side when I was a kid. Now, the repainters, I don't think they're interested in 9 players, in 8 players. So it's no point there. The other 2 categories are, would I want it? And I'm going to give him a point for that because I would want the trophy in my collection. I've got one in my collection. I want it in my collection. And did he keep it in the money? Which is a big thing. And he gets a point for that. So he gets 3 out of 5 for Watsy.
Done well. He's done well.
3 out of 5. I think it's a solid one.
I knew this was the criteria. I would have bought the Tangos.
Yeah, the Tangos would have been a goodbye. I heard you talking about the Tangos, and I thought I wish he bought 2 Aston Villa teams in a Tango.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Hands down. So I think Watsy did quite well, but I think he shouldn't have spent the extra money. He should have just bought the trophy, and I think he might have had 4 rather than 3. But them's the breaks. But I do really like it that he kept within the money. Because if I'm on Bargain Hunt, I've got 300 quid. And do you know what happens, Calum, if I come back with 3 items and I've spent £301.73? Do you know what happens?
Well, the show doesn't get aired, does it?
They put me on a taxi. They say, get home, pal. We're going to get a different expert in. You're out. Off you go.
That's too late. The 300 quid's already been spent.
Yeah.
And no one overspends. No one ever overspends on Bargain Hunt.
No, because that's the rules. But everyone overspends on the eBay challenge, don't they, on the studio show?
Well, yeah, because people are charging
£27p.
£4.20 for postage. Taking liberty.
Rules are rules, and I'm big on rules, and you'll learn that.
All right, mate.
Big on rules.
Yeah, right.
So, go on then. So, what's he got? 3 out of 5?
3 out of 5 for Watsy.
He's done well. So,
I'll come to you, Stu. Can I come to you next?
But let's get rid of, before we go any further, let's get rid of, was it Ipswich? Was Ipswich, wasn't it? Let's get them out of sold then, jog them on.
Okay, so it's just Sheffield Wednesday.
So, but first...
no, because that puts... No, because that now puts you under budget. We're not getting them out. They're staying in. Let's not try and get clever. I'm watching us lose. I'm maybe watching us get beat right now, right? Maybe watching us get beat, but I'm still on to you, son.
But Cal, you said I will be able to resell it. So I put together a job lot of, it was about 11.
Oh, here we go. This is how he's got rid of it. Yeah.
11 incomplete teams.
Mm-hmm.
So some teams had 4, some teams had 8. I think most of them had about 9 players. I sold it for 70 quid.
Yeah, so.
Did I make my money back on it?
What, on just the Ipswich? On the Ipswich? No.
Nah. Stuff.
Nah, you sold it as part of a job lot, mate. That might well have been free. We don't know all the ins and outs of what went with it. Plus, there's other stuff that was sold with it.
Right.
Hey, we've got to stop losing possession in midfield. Jesus.
In which case, then, I present to you the team that hadn't arrived yet.
Oh.
Which? isn't in a box, a proper Subbuteo box. But how amazing is this bit of cardboard that it actually fits perfectly around a bit of Subbuteo? But I present to you Sheffield Wednesday and the Headless Wonder.
Yeah, there you go.
Out. Look.
It's just.
So that's my submission.
Yeah,
How
and
much was that?
If I get fewer points than this, I'm not happy.
But I did also buy afterwards. This is after the challenge. Remember we was talking about squads?
yeah.
I bought a squads pack.
Oh, nice.
Right? 100 and it's got right in the listing. It said may contain all cards. Definitely doesn't have the rare David Beckham. There's one player card short. I reckon they've had the Beckham out of it and moved it on.
Yeah.
It's good set.
I might have that. I might have that Beckham. I think I've got the original Beckham. Is the original Beckham worth money then?
About 30 quid.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Right, hang on.
Isn't Ian... Oh, hang on. Which kit is it? There's one in there as well. I think it's... I want to say it's like John O'Kane. His picture, he's got the Man United blue and white striped shirt on, but the Chelsea shorts on. I'm sure that's in the squad.
£6.40.
Plus £12 that you spent on the other one.
I don't know what you're on about.
Go on then, Tim. What's Stu's score?
Well, Stu,
Hit it.
for the collector,
Hit it.
I'm giving you no points.
Calum, sit still, man.
Yeah,
You've got
because
to get on this. You're embarrassing us.
how can a collector want a player with no head?
Well,
You know?
I am a collector, and I wanted it.
Well, I know, but you want everything when it comes to Subbuteo. Look behind you. You want everything.
Right.
I'm tempted to like get some like old bottles and write Subbuteo on it and sell it to you. I feel like that'd be fun. So I'm saying no to the collector.
On it, don't I?
Yeah. So I'm sorry, but and also I think to be totally fair, I was expecting the most out of you, Stu.
No, everyone said this.
Yeah, I think I got the least out of you, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I panicked.
Yeah, I know you did. I can see.
Times. What I should have done is not bought anything and just pocketed the money.
Yeah, you'd have probably won.
Yeah, I could have had the squads. Yeah. Me and Stephen would have gone head to head.
I know.
Squads versus
Squads would have won 100%. Squads were far better than the Urban Edition.
This is nonsense.
Sorry, Stephen, but the Urban Edition.
I'm a point down already.
Yeah, zero that right. So for a user, I've got to say no, because no one's going to play with a player that's got a head missing. So
you say no one. Now you say no one. I played with players that were pretty much just shorts glued to a base when I was a kid.
Yeah, and look
because they had no legs.
You see glued down, melted in that people played on with.
But today's play, we would play with what we got because we break loads of players when we were kids. If you were playing now, if you were going in a tournament now, would you? Let's say you turn up to a club and it's got some great players there. And they've been doing it for 10 years. You turn up and you tap those players. And
you know what's going to happen now. You know what's going to happen now. He's got a club starting tomorrow. He's got a club starting. He's going to use them.
Video club, and this is who I'm going to be playing with.
No.
And also, I'm going to say you've contradicted yourself, Tim, because earlier you said you was thinking about yourself as a boy.
Yes,
as a boy,
no.
Broken players.
When I say think of myself as a collector, how I want perfect.
What about playing though? You said
playing,
you as a kid.
Well, yes, but I think it's a player, it's got to be if you're playing today. If you're playing today, what are you going to play with? Because that's the people that are buying Subbuteo. I'm not buying Subbuteo as a kid today on eBay. But the people that play, they are playing and buying Subbuteo now on eBay. Would they want a headless? Imagine that the first time you ever gone to a new club and out you come with one with a head missing. You're laughed out the room. All right?
I really want that to happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah, it's no points. I am going to give you a point, though, for the repainters of this world. And somebody might want to do it up. Okay?
Well, did you know if you saw, I found that I've got a spare head. I've got a heavyweight head.
So there's the project. So 1 point.
Held over there on spike.
I've got my category. Would I want it? You know I don't want it.
No, I know you don't want
it. It's got head missing. I don't want it.
And then we'll get David Dickinson on next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck with that.
He'll enjoy the real deal.
And within the money, I mean, I know you keep changing what you bought, but you weren't within the money, were you?
No,
he wasn't.
I earn some money back.
Doesn't matter.
No, 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5. I thought you'd get
If
5.
if I get less than 1, I'm going to be
1 out of 5, Steve.
I'm surprised you got 1, to be fair. And I think that's generous.
It was a
Because
little bit.
as a repainter, I don't want it.
No, I know. I am being generous. I'm trying to be
Very
nice.
generous.
I told you last week. I panicked. It all went wrong.
Yeah. So, you know, at the minute you're bottom of the table. You are Arsenal at the moment. All right. You're bottom. But you're doing better than Arsenal because you have got 1 point at least.
It's true.
All right. At least you scored.
I heard the most stupid comment ever the other day, right? Man United fan, idiot, right? He put us on Facebook after Arsenal's first game. Bearing in mind, right, Arsenal were
Got beat by Brentford.
they were the first team to play and no one else had played, right? After the Brentford game, he had the cheek to write on Facebook, oh, only Arsenal could go from top to bottom after only playing 1 game. But, mate,
It's right, because only Arsenal...
that thick.
Because only Arsenal started at the top of the league after no game. So technically though, Stu,
well, this is what I
100%
justified.
correct,
This is what I put in my rant. So first of all, they're the only 2 teams that played. Obviously, it was going to happen. And 2, they're not the only team because here's a link to all football clubs that begin with A. Many of them teams lose on their first day. They're going bottom. But anyway, that's my rant about that. I've been dying for this for weeks. Joe's fed up hearing it. But now I've got that off my bloody chest. Tim, tell me how bad Calum's was.
Okay, Calum. I'm going to reiterate that it was very smart what you did because you impressed us with your work. But obviously, not everyone can do that.
Showed his workings out.
So that's why we go through the categories. The repainter obviously wants that. They could do something with it. 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think the collector, I'm just about giving you the point.
100%. Well, yeah, but we've got to...
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Go on.
Complete teams. It's complete teams. And this is where your competition have mucked up. They've been buying teams that are incomplete. I mean, who wants that, really?
No one.
The fact that you've got 2 teams that are boxed and complete, you get a point.
All right, good start. I've made 2 points so far, yeah.
Someone's going to Stu's Subbuteo club for the first time. Stu's there with his headless Sheffield Wednesday team. Everyone's laughing at him. But the person who's buying your teams... the person buying your teams, they can play. They've got 11 players. They've all got their heads. So I'm giving you a point. I'm giving you a point for that.
Has he got 3 points?
You've got 3 points.
Don't inflate his ego.
Outrageous.
Before we go on, what are the other 2 categories that I can potentially get points for?
Did you stay within the money?
No, okay, yeah,
No.
I didn't get that.
So you're losing a point there. So you're 3 out of 4. And then it's whether I would want them.
Well, everyone wants the Germany kit, so that's 4 points. That's winning.
And this was the one I had to think about long and hard. Because even you, and I watched it closely, you even said your boxes were a bit squifty. They were a bit questionable. And I'm looking at my cabinet. So just over there, I've got my cabinet in the corner of the room full of teams that are they're like 8 out of 10 boxes at the worst. They're mostly 9s and 10s. There's a few 8s if they're rare teams that slip in. And I've decided to just about give you the point to make it 4 out of 5.
Oh, this is a shambles.
Yes. But it's 4 points.
I'll take it. I will definitely take it.
Because they're complete.
I'll tell you what, if he sends him off for this, I'm doing this live, this is coming out late. If he sends him off for this is ridiculous. There's no way he's meant this. I mean, he's hit him high, but there's no way he's meant that.
I love that Calum's won and he's still having a terrible night.
So true.
Oh, if he sends him off for this, I'm fuming.
My argument against this, Tim, and I'll stand by your judgment, is that Calum and Wastiss both bought one good thing, the Germany team and the Jules Rimet, and one crap thing. And I wouldn't say that you can have... I'm not saying you can include the other team because Calum wouldn't tell anyone how he restored it, so other people wouldn't want that.
I've made YouTube videos about how I restored it, so anyone can do it.
But I forget that it gets restored. It was still...
No, he's going to send them off. Yeah.
So the fact that it was a complete team, it's still collectible.
Oof.
That is an absolute joke.
5 points then.
Should we find out?
Go on.
Let's do this first. If you bought the 2 Aston Villa, it would have got the point for the collector, the point for the repainter, the point for the player. It would have been within the budget, and I'd have definitely wanted it, so you'd have got 5 out of 5.
Oh.
Okay? If you went with your Villas.
That would be like a Sam Allardyce win. It's not satisfying at all.
You didn't want it. Okay. I mean, look, Sam Allardyce beat Arsenal a lot. I'd have taken that win. I've been on the wrong side of them.
This is.
So,
I'll take being the 74 Dutch team. You lose, but
yeah. You're still talked about at least. So, the collector. I mean, I was trying to put myself in the Stu's shoes here, and I thought, yeah, you're definitely going to want that. If you collect the box sets, you definitely want it, even if it's not the best box set.
I do love that set. I
still
think
want
that
it.
set's pucker.
Definite point.
off the
Would a
mark.
player want it? Yeah, I mean, a player's can want it. You can practice on it. You can train on it. So definitely 2 out of 2. This is where it gets harder. So someone who's going to restore or repaint. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's anything in there to restore or repaint. Is that
They
fair?
can use the bases.
So not to restore or repaint, it'd be replaced with other players, better ball. I mean, potentially you could actually, potentially get the floodlights set up and things like that. But yeah, no, that's a.
It's a no. Yeah, no one's going to buy that set to replace it for a ball. You just get a tango on eBay, wouldn't you? So no points for that. Did you stay within the money?
Oh,
It was close, wasn't it? Is it 20?
it was listed. It was buy it now at £17, and I tried to negotiate and they wouldn't have it. They wouldn't knock the 20 something p off or whatever it was, 33p.
I mean, I'm
So
going,
no.
but no.
I'm not having it.
Rules are rules.
Callum's won, hasn't he?
And then would I
I'm
want it?
fuming about it.
Whether I'd want it, I would say not really. But either way, you get 2 points or 3 points out of 5. So I'll give you 2.5 because I might give it to my son to play with. So yeah, Calum's our winner. Yay.
No one's happy about that at all.
No,
I'm happy that I won.
I was constantly trying to make new categories to make him lose. I just couldn't think of any more.
Why would you want to do that though?
Because I didn't want you to win.
Why? But then
even a special guest pick on you.
the other boys have got to pick better stuff, haven't they?
They do.
I think we've got to do this again.
So
with rules.
Yeah.
There was rules. We just didn't kick them.
With criteria on what we're trying to do.
to get it delivered in time, it was about a 2-day window, and there were lots of things that went before and after that would have been really good buys. So proper box sets, like some of the ones here, you can get, and they would have been in good condition and they would have been great. But in those 2 days, it was very difficult.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I was watching it thinking, I was watching what you bought, thinking, God, I've got so much to do I don't want. I would sell to you lot the prices you're paying. So I'm tempted to list all mine on eBay next time you do the challenge. All my broken teams.
I wouldn't buy it for you wanting it.
Well, we wouldn't because he's always trying to get rid of it.
Yeah, take that point away because I don't actually want it.
Oh my God, Leicester, what are you doing?
I don't think I would ever spend money on a broken team, even if it was an incredibly rare team.
No, I couldn't.
I mean, it'd have to be such a low price.
Or it would. The only one I was thinking, would I ever buy an incomplete team? And it would only be if it's such a rare heavyweight that there's 8 or 9 players that you're just like, you're never going to see it complete.
But then you're never going to see them again. You're never going to get the replacement players.
But if they're so rare, I think it'll always retain its value. Even if it's a couple hundred quid, so you always think it's going to be worth that money. Whereas when you buy, for me, a zombie team, even if it's Arsenal for 3, 4, 5 quid, I mean, why is it even worth 3, 4, 5 quid? It shouldn't be worth anything, should it?
Generally, if I'm buying a team, if I'm looking to go and buy a team, I won't buy incomplete. The incomplete teams I traditionally get come in job lots and where there's lots of stuff like that.
So what happened to you this time?
Generally,
honestly, mate, you've had an absolute mare. You've had a Western. You've had an absolute Western.
The one thing I do like is there's a lot of people who've done single player displays and they will buy incomplete teams and stuff, and they look amazing. Some of them really good. So I suppose that's one way to do it.
Yeah. Well, look, when they come into my auction house, quite often it'll just be like a load of, like a childhood collection the parents bring in or the grandparents bring in, and it's just full of like 7 Argentina, 9 Peru, and they haven't got the boxes. But I'll always sell it because you have 300 players, they'll sell them 200 quid because it's exactly that reason. It's great. I mean, I love it. And yeah, I mean, if you do get a job lot that's got 9 players plus a goalie, what's wrong with going on eBay and picking one up for 99p,
Yeah.
I still can't believe Calum's won. I'm not happy.
No, none of us are.
Oh,
no, this is.
I'm
This
just,
is no
I'm just
way.
not happy for. I'm just not happy for a different reason, mate.
This is
Right.
no way to end the show.
I honestly thought Watsy was going to win that.
Yeah, so did I. I thought Watsy had it in the bag with Jules Rimet.
But he threw money away, didn't he?
He did ruin it with the Arsenal.
He threw money away. Because, I mean, that team, I mean, even if it's complete, it's what? You can get it for 4 quid, can't you? 3 quid, 4 quid. And he's gone and bought an 8-man, 9-man Arsenal team for 3 quid just to spend the money. You lot were all overspending. He was done. He had undercooked it. He could have given me like 4 or 5 quid change. I'd have been well happy.
Oh, no, I'm not. We need to find a way around this.
You're arguing with the man. It's his job.
He's not even happy.
It's his job to do
You're
this.
not even happy about it. Normally, you'd be singing the
No, I
praise.
am. I am really happy, mate.
You'd be
I'm
really
really happy.
grateful.
But I'm watching my football team do a typical Leicester against West Ham, and I'm
What's the score?
1-0, and we're down to 10.
Must be half time, mustn't it?
There's 4 minutes injury time for the red card.
Shocking. I'm not happy.
Neither am I, mate.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's happy now.
No, I think, I'll be honest, it ruined my evening. I've had trouble with my lights tonight, and I've come in. I've been really busy at work. First day back at work. I come online, think I'm going to have fun. Next thing I find out Callum's got bragging rights.
Mate, I've been carrying it all week, knowing that he's won. I just think I've
got my camera propped up on the 2 Aston Villa teams, so they're just looking at me, mocking me as we're talking about it.
Can we see them? Are they easy to get? Can we see them?
Yeah, just a sec. Oh, yeah, so we've got a 728. For some reason, all the players are facing the wrong way, but there you go.
Because they're not painted on the front.
No, they're all fine. And a 776, so same seller. Must have been a Villa fan. That's the pinstripe one.
It's a nice kit.
Really nice. And the boxes are, they're all in perfect condition. No
not quite as nice as Germany, Italian, 90. Holland,
you know what I found the other day when I was going through mine? I can't see it now. I didn't even realise I had it. I was going through my teams the other day, just putting them on the website and recataloguing them and that. And someone had opened the Subbuteo team from the bottom.
Oh.
So in a box like what you've got there, they'd broken the white label. Opened it from the bottom.
Do you know what I've started buying? And I'm a bit gutted because this one's just got it off. But I've started to buy more teams just because of the labels on the boxes. You know, they all like Toy World and Families and things like that. Yeah, I love them. I've got an Everton team with just a big sticker on the front that just says 1991 Subbuteo Championships with the badge. It's just like, really adds to it, that.
Yeah, I've got an England team that's in a box that says the FA National Football Show 1992.
Yeah, it's great.
No one seems to know what it is either. No one knows what it is.
It was the FA National Football Show, mate.
Yeah, but no one remembers what the Subbuteo was. Even people like, is it Trevor Spencer?
Oh, yeah.
He don't even remember it being a thing.
What England team? I assume it's the Euro '92 kit, is it?
No, it's 1990. It's Italian.
Oh, is it? Kit. Maybe they just had it there and then selling it there or something. Yeah, maybe it wasn't actually. Who knows, mate?
Tim, would anything like that ever add value?
No.
Ugh.
No, not really. Not just like a shop sticker. I mean, the only thing it does do at times, depending on where the sticker or label is, it don't usually happen with Subbuteo, but with other toys, it can show that it never even made the shop floor, perhaps. Depending on where it's
stock, I think.
Yeah. So that can add its value, but not really. I mean, a lot of collectors wouldn't even want the label or the price tag on. The only thing it quite often do, it'll date it, and it can down value because sometimes you then get the reduced labels go on the top, and they were quite crude with those. They might stick right over the window. That can devalue it as well. Like I've got a lovely Uruguay. It's perfect apart from the price sticker. It's like that big, and it's like right in the middle. And I was just, for ages, I was like, do I take it off? Do I leave it on? Do I take it off? And I took it off, and it's just had this horrible little mark on it, on the window.
Oh, if you would have left it on, I would have swapped it for my Uruguay.
See, there's a spray you can get. I use a really good spray to get labels off at work. The one thing it doesn't work on is cardboard.
Yeah.
So even with a special spray to get a sticker off and not ruin the box is near impossible.
But is it not a lightweight thing? We're not talking about a window, or are we talking a cardboard?
On mine, on a lot of them, it's at the box window on the see-through window.
Yeah, you better get it off of that, surely.
With label remover, that would have come off with a nice label remover spray.
All right, I'll try. I've never tried.
I mean, this is riveting conversation, isn't it, Trevor?
Because you've got a label remover. It's all up, mate.
I do have a question. Well, before we finish, I did have a question since we've got the antiques expert on. So during lockdown, I think we spoke about this when you were first on the show. The price of Subbuteo went absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
Simple box team boxes from like the 90s were going for £20-25 when you previously get them for £4 or £5.
Yeah.
I think I'm already seeing prices drop a little bit, or demand drop anyway. Is that something that you're seeing as well? And do you expect it to happen? Is it happening with other toys as well?
We're expecting it to happen. I would say not quite yet. I think the people that buy at auction are different. It's a different breed compared to. I find eBay's. If you're buying on eBay, you're going to be casual and hardcore. I think if you're going to auction, you're hardcore. I think it's a different breed that goes to buy at auction. eBay's a bit easier. We can all deal with it. You don't need to make as much effort. To come to us at the auction, you have got to be a real high-end buyer, which, in my opinion, are better buyers. They're better quality buyers that will spend more money. At the minute, because we're all expecting...
That's a little bit of a dig at us three boys.
Yeah. I'm glad you know this.
Settle down, Tim. All right.
But I think we're all expecting it to just plateau a little bit. And that's fine. We've known that all along. I mean, there's no problem with it settling. But what lockdown's done is it's got everybody back into their collections, hasn't it? Into their hobbies. So even if they're not buying it at the rate they were 6 months ago, they're still there or thereabouts, and they'll chip away, hopefully, for the next 5 or 10 years. So even if it's dipped a little bit, it's still better than pre-lockdown.
I've noticed people do seem to be selling a lot of their lockdown collections. There's a lot of stadiums going on, and people are saying it. Lockdown collection. People are starting to sell.
That's stadiums, isn't it? Stadiums take up way too much space. That's why I don't have one. I think they're a bit of a waste of real estate, unless you've got, like yourself, a bit of a loft space or something to put it in. Like, do you know what I mean? It's a lot.
I'm getting more stuff come through in the last since this lockdown's lifted. I've had more consignments. We've been going all over the country. More consignments of just everything just flying through the door at us. It's amazing.
I mean, I imagine there's a lot more house clearances at the moment.
More house clearances, but also people like you said, if people have kind of they bought so much over the last 18 months, they're probably now whittling down a little bit, or they can get rid of their headless Sheffield Wednesday team and keep the mint one now, so they're moving the rest on.
Not with £6.40 they won't.
Yeah. Before you wrap up, I've got something for you. I've just got to run over to that side of the room to show you, to bring it back. Is that right?
We'll see. Yeah,
okay. Sit tight.
We can ask Calum how the first half went in the Leicester West Ham game.
Oh my God, awful! All possession, no idea, absolutely no idea. Giving away the ball in midfield led to the first goal. Giving away the ball in midfield led to the red card, which personally I don't think is a red card, but I know why he's giving it, because he has caught him high. But
sorry, Tim, I thought you'd be gone longer. Question.
Yeah, my house ain't that.
Typical Leicester West Ham performance, just as I was worried about. Anyway, yeah, go on. What have we got?
We're excited.
Got you one of these.
Oh, he hasn't.
Yes.
Is that for the set?
That's for the set.
You absolute legend.
Amazing.
That is quality.
Do you know what that means? We've got two.
Have you?
Wastiss Club was going to donate one as well.
Nice. Well, value's shooting up for this collection.
This is going to be epic.
Do you want me to paint a Plymouth as well?
If you could paint a Sampdoria, that would be great. The Plymouth's already done, you know what I mean?
I don't find that desirable, and that'll get 0 points from me. Tim,
and you know, if Stuart doesn't want it, it's probably rubbish.
That's awesome, man.
That is really, really generous.
And that looks amazing, Nick, as well.
Maybe that I'd have kept it, wouldn't I? It was mint. But no, it's good. It's good. Good one, don't worry. It's a good one.
It's just a chew. There's no pitch in it. It's just a chew.
Well, you want the pitch as well?
So if anyone's watching and they don't know, when we first started doing this podcast, we set out to create the best Subbuteo set, and one of them once we decided we got all the bits, we was going to put it in an auction. The one bit we've not been able to get hold of so far is the Astro pitch. Now we've got one.
So you now get an Astro pitch, 2 hand-painted teams by 2 of the best painters out there that we decided were the best Subbuteo kits ever made.
Plymouth, Sampdoria.
Orange tangos. You get a substitute bench. I mean, you get the subs bench as well, which is probably the greatest thing.
And some accessories for mini soccer builds as well. Mini soccer builds for in the grandstand.
I'm going to chuck in a couple of program sellers selling the hobby magazine. You can't probably see that.
This is the best set ever. I don't know if we're going to get it.
No, because it's still got the dugout in it. It's not the best. Has it got a scoreboard? How are you recording your scores? Oh, you're not, are you? You're not, because you mugs chose the dugout. The pointless accessory does nothing.
It's going to be a non-league ground. They don't have scoreboards.
Yes, they do.
Not all of them.
Nah.
They don't.
Nah, whatever.
Bar City don't. If you turn up late, you got to ask what the score is.
Yeah, if I go over and watch an Essex Senior League game, you've got dugouts made out of concrete, but you haven't got a scoreboard.
Are you still talking about it? You know I'm right. It's not non-league. It's Plymouth against Sampdoria. 2 teams that definitely have scoreboards, right. And yet
the fact
we're
that
not.
Calum has now got the ump makes me a little bit happy. So I think now I'm feeling happy and we're enjoying ourselves a little bit more. It's a great place to end the video. So Tim,
thank you so much
for coming on again, mate. We really appreciate it.
Pleasure.
And cheers for the pitch as well. That's quality. Cheers, Tim.
Yeah, thank you.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely fantastic.
We'll get you on again.
We will get you on again as well. It's always a pleasure.
Now we can all finally meet up, Tim. We have to get you down to a Subbuteo Fest or an event or something. We'll all have tournaments.
Yeah, let me know.
Well,
definitely like that. I'll bring the kids.
In South End, where you play with headers players.
Yeah. I fancy my chances with that one.
You'll be staying up for complete teams, mate.
Don't touch them. Just let me know where you want me to send this.
Yeah, we will. We'll drop you a message.
Yeah, cool.
Nice one. I'm sure Wastiss will be back next week. It should be great. Or not next week. Week after next, we do this fortnightly, don't we?
Yeah, what are we going to talk about next?
We're going to do catalogues.
Was it catalogues?
I think so.
Best catalogue.
You know what I want?
The one with the 1 to 190 poster in it. Done. It's already been decided.
I'll tell you what. I've got an episode planned where I'm going to go through all the catalogues. I'll hold that back until after we've done that then.
Yeah, when we'll pick the one with the 1 to 190 poster in it.
Because there's more than one with that poster.
Well, there's not. There's one with the 1 to 190. There's one with the 1 to 1.
It's the same
180 or something.
Same design of poster. So that would be the one. What's the best?
The 1 to 190.
Sorry?
The 1 to 190.
I thought you said Italia 90.
Definitely not.
Definitely is.
Definitely not.
Can I tell you what I want you to do?
Go on.
I've got 3 shows I want you to do.
Right, these down.
This is good.
I want you to do the definitive top 10 international Subbuteo kits.
International.
They're the best 10. 10 to 1.
Do you mean
I want you to work it out.
Yes, sides?
Countries.
West Germany.
In heavyweight and lightweight, or in all over?
All combined.
That's a good one.
I think Germany might have
Peru's winning. Peru's definitely winning. So that's
West Germany.
I want 10 to 1. I want you to all have it agreed before you do it.
Okay.
And then, so it's like done.
This show's not going to come out for about 5 years. Then we're never going to agree.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
I also want the top 10 British clubs, and then the top 10 European clubs.
Sampdoria, Ajax,
Marseille,
never-ending argument.
Fiorentina. I'd want some purple.
Did Fiorentina have a decent lightweight kit? Did they get
no, but it's the fact that it's purple. It's the fact it's a purple one. It makes it different. I know there's amber.
They could have done. They could have had some decent.
They could have been better.
They had the Nintendo one that was quite good.
Did Subbuteo actually make that then?
Yeah, I'm just checking now.
It was just a white stripe with a white dot.
Yeah.
Did they do it as a Hasbro figure?
No, that was 80s. I put it in one of these box sets somewhere.
The Nintendo one wasn't 80s, though, was it? Nintendo was
98.
All right, it wasn't a Nintendo one then, but it was an.
No, they had the
I'll find it. I'll show you.
Opal. I think it was with the.
Oh,
strip.
the Opal one with the badge in the middle.
Yeah.
The one they've pretty much redone this season.
Done this season. Yeah.
Lovely, isn't it? I like that.
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah.
It's a nice one.
Probably going to get that as well.
Yeah, it's tempting.
It's cool. It's a cool badge. But the Fiorentina fans don't like it, though, do they? They're not happy with the fact they brought back the old badge, and they're not happy with the current, like, all the regime and stuff, which is fair enough. Like the Venezia fans don't like the badge on their kit, and the club has decided to change it back to the old one. They've all kicked off. Yeah, so they played a game with no. They played a game with no badge on the other day, and everyone was asking why. And I'm pretty sure it's because the Venezia fans don't like the new badge, and they're going to put the old one back on.
I think we do those episodes.
They're good. They're good episodes, to be fair, but we're never going to agree on them. I think it's going to be. And
we'll have to put the system where we end up voting to get the top 10 in order.
Okay, we'll do them.
That's what the people want. That's what we want, right?
Okay, I'll tell you what then.
They're quite boring, aren't they?
No, the white one's nice. The middle one's nice with the white stripe across it.
I don't think a Subbuteo figure does the shirt justice.
No, it does. It could be better.
Doesn't translate.
Depends.
The purple's right.
Depends who painted it. Do you know what I mean?
I'm trying to find because in this lightweight book it says they did a special as well. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's an old heavyweight one though, isn't it? There's a heavyweight special, isn't there?
That's what I finally found the page.
In the next issue of the Hobby magazine, the stadium feature is on somebody who's done a Fiorentina themed stadium. It seems like Fiorentina fans tend to do the best stadiums. I don't know why. But it's got sort of working flares and everything on it. It's absolutely amazing.
Big.
Hang on, there's one more.
10 international kit.
55.
And did you say 10 European? And 10 British?
10 European, 10 British, and then 10 international countries.
British is going to be dominated by Scotland.
I think so, yeah. Motherwell, Hibs. I'd want him.
Hibs definitely gets
I personally think Coventry might own Britain.
York City?
Great kits.
Nah, York's is a bit... I get it, but it's a bit naff, isn't it?
I quite like it.
So we've got 3 new show ideas there, which are going to take us years to come up with. Yeah. And we're also talking of best catalogue as well. And I think we keep asking people as well to let us know in the comments. So we need to go through our comments and see what people are telling us they want to do.
Yeah.
Loads of show ideas. Cheers for them, Tim. They're going to keep us busy forever.
Yeah, make it happen.
Decent ideas, though.
That's going to be a hell of a group chat.
Yeah.
Especially if we've got to do it before because... Well, Calum works all the time now, so don't message.
I do.
Nightmare to get hold of in the first place. Watsy, me and Watsy talk.
Yeah, that's dangerous though, isn't it? Leaving it down to you two. You've got to get involved here, Stephen.
Hey.
Celtic and Arsenal 1 and 2. God.
Well, I've got some Hasbros.
See, I'm not getting involved in the Hasbro. We're going to struggle with this.
All right, boys, let's go because I'm sure we've all got lives to live. Tim, thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure.
Boys,
see you all.
See you soon.
Appreciate you, mate.
Thanks.
Take it easy, boys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.